I've dealt a lot with acne, especially in teenagers, especially with young girls and young boys with the very severely acne-affected faces. They come to me and they talk about using Accutane and all these other drugs that are supposed to treat this problem on the face. They try all these soaps, they try all these cleansers, and I say to them that your face and the skin and the acne that you see is a result of a turbulence in the inner gut. You have a new layer of skin every 28 days. When people get their bowels clean, their face becomes clear. Let me share this with you, that the inner workings of the gut cause different types of bacteria to be formed, some good, some bad. It creates toxicity, which gets into the liver and the kidneys. When this backs up in the system, it erupts in the face. We've worked with cystic acne many times, and the greatest thing we do is to take people off most spices, salty foods, and fried foods, foods that have a lot of artificial sweeteners and so on in them. Once we give them a more natural diet, we use Dr. Bronner's liquid peppermint soap. We use several drops on the hands. We don't use a cloth to actually scrub the pores and push the dead skin and the acne back in. We actually just use some drops of Dr. Bronner's soap on the hand, put some water on, make a good lather up the face really, really well. Let it dry for 3 to 5 minutes, then rinse the face very, very well. If you want to use anything else, make a small cloth patch for the face, cut a hole for the nose and for the eyes to be able to open. Wash that piece of cloth, usually a cotton t-shirt, in water, and then mix it with some unpasteurized apple cider vinegar, about 50-50, and put that on the face, put some compress on that with a warm towel, and let that help to exfoliate the face. Leave the face alone. Do not pick these eruptions. Do not dig at them. Leave them alone. Change the diet. Get into whole foods, no processed foods. Get yourself into steamed vegetables and raw vegetables, some poached fish, some baked chicken. Start using more steamed vegetables. Use some good olive oil or safflower oil that's cold pressed. Take a tablespoon of unpasteurized apple cider vinegar every day. Use the Dr. Bronner's up to twice a day on the face. Keep the hands away from the face and never use anything to push the skin back in. When you want to use a loofah on the rest of the body, go ahead, but leave the face alone. Just a good finger massage twice a day will take care of it. We've worked with all these young children. It's a major problem. Some people are scarred for life. There's another thing that can be used is you can take a Q-tip and you can dip it in unpasteurized apple cider vinegar and scrub the small eruption on the face. When you're done doing that, wipe it off with some clear water, warm water, then take another cotton Q-tip and get something called Swedish bitters by Nature Works. Dip that in the Swedish bitters and rub that on the eruption. Do this 2 to 3 times a day. That eruption will disappear. And expect that when you start to change your diet that you're going to have a few more eruptions for a while. And if you're not having adequate bowel movements, then you know, I'm talking 3 to 5 bowel movements today, then you know that all that sewage is backing up in the body and that's causing the eruptions. Don't worry about all these topicals. Forget the Accutane that toxifies the liver and the kidneys. Don't kill your child before they get to adulthood. Take care of that acne the way it should be done, by changing the diet, and the surface will change.